Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family. Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Welcome everybody to the Stu Sells 1824 Curling Classic here in Halifax at the Halifax Curling Club. This is draw 3 of the event, started here this morning. Today's featured game is between Team Mallais and Team Quillian. Both teams are from the New Brunswick area, both from the Moncton Curling Club. The sponsor for the women's event is Neon Train, so we want to do a big shout out to them. And as the game has just gotten started here, first rock for Team Quillian did go into the rings, and Team Mallais had countered with a takeout and hit and rolled up, or hit and roll to the side of the 12-foot. Throwing lead stones for Team Quillian is Kate Vandenborg. The rest of the squad that fills out Sylvie Quillian's team is second stone is Aaron Carmody. Third stone is Taylor Stevens. Playing this game is Taylor Stevens, and I'll update you on her third stone, with Sylvie throwing and calling the final rocks. For Team Mallais, Heather McPhee is throwing her lead rocks as she's throwing her final stone of the first end. Second stone is Amanda England. Third is Jocelyn Adams-Moss, and Sarah Mallais is the skip that calls and throws the final rocks. So just a little correction there. Taylor Stevens, who is filling in for the regular third, Jennifer Cunningham for Team Quillian, is actually throwing second stones. So far, it's a very open end. First rock went into the rings, and now it's just been exchanging takeouts. As the teams, this is their first game today on this ice, so they're looking just to get a feel for what the ice is like, what the conditions are like. I want to thank you for joining us for this broadcast. My name's Kevin Ouellette, and I'll try to entertain you through through this entire game. So Amanda England's hit and stick, she did hit, but she did roll out, so this gives Team Quillian the opportunity to get a feel for draw weight. As Sylvie has asked for it to go to the top 4 foot on the center line.
Okay. Same path.
So Team Quillian wants to do a shout out to their third, Jennifer Cunningham, who is not with them today, which is why Taylor Stevens is playing for them. She is in the she's at the Canadian mixed doubles Olympic trials qualifier in Abbotsford, BC this weekend. So her and her partner Tal Griffith, they wish them all the best and hope that they are successful in earning a spot in the Olympic trials, Olympic mixed double trials. As the team exchanges rocks here, I'll just give you a quick update on the other draws, other games that are happening here at the Halifax Curling Club. On sheet 1, we have Mary McKetton Driscoll taking on Team Black. Both teams are from Halifax. On sheet 2, we have Team Ardeel against Team Jong. Team Ardeel from Halifax, Team Jong from South Korea. And on sheet 4, we have Team Shu from Newfoundland and Labrador playing against Team Purcell from Halifax. Here at the Halifax Curling Club, our 4 sheets are numbered 1824, as in reference to the year that this curling club was founded. So we have an exciting year ahead of us as the club celebrates its 200th anniversary. So lots of festivities coming down this year, and we are the oldest active curling club in Canada to date. So lots of things to celebrate this year. So Jocelyn makes a perfect hit and stick, leaving it out onto the side of the 12-foot. Sylvie will be asking Aaron Carmody to mimic that shot. Kate's leaning on that broom pretty hard, trying to keep it straight. She does make contact to remove the red stone, but does roll out. So this gives an opportunity for Team Mallais to attempt their first draw. And she's asking Jocelyn to replace it into the same area on the side of the 12-foot. Perfectly executed.
No, but it was supposed to be this time. So it's gonna
Sylvie's looking to come down and replace that red stone with her yellow rock.
get it done. The time I heard it, so.
Because remember her hit for a while last year? That's why. Because she did it everywhere.
Because she has it, there was something that
She's kicking out big and pulling back. It was consistent last year.
I'd say that time, like it looked like.
So last year it was consistent, but what happened was if we were throwing 80s, she would need a 7.
That was like a 6'5".
I think so, yeah. Oh yeah.
Stop 4 times and then back down.
Yeah, she did a lot last year too. It was consistent though. But different from what.
Sweeper is just keeping it clean as it comes down. Well executed.
It's sitting still, yeah.
Sarah Mallais will look to do the same thing, just exchange stones.
Well, did you get a new?
The 9'5". Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you find that it's cold? No. Did you get the metal or ceramic?
But no, in fact, it's way better than they obviously it's
supposed to hold down in October, and he said, listen, he said, can't.
Whoa.
October, he said, looks like it's going to be January. I said,
9-6.
so he said, I'll give you another shot.
9-6. Hard.
Oh, does it ever? It's not, you
Oh, girl.
feel that bone on bone anymore, scraping on you. So.
Mission accomplished.
Good save. Yeah, try to roll like. So I was like, maybe just a hair less so it curls a little bit.
Sylvie's looking to play the hit as well, but this time she's looking to roll towards the center line.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to get a little inside roll toward Aaron.
As the sweepers indicated, just a little extra more weight than they were looking for, so that hung a little straighter, that rock, and
Maybe.
ended up hitting the stone but rolling out as opposed to rolling to the middle. So this gives a free, what we call a free throw for the final rock of the end, to blank the end. But it's not just a free throw. The skip has picked a spot in the ice that they haven't seen yet, and we'll throw a stone just to get a read of the ice and how it's reacting.
No, no.
Great throw from Sarah. They're just keeping it clean as it comes down. And that will be a blank in the end, no score in the first end. So we'll be coming around to the second end here at the turn, and with Team Mallais retaining the hammer.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family. Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Welcome back to our feature match again, everybody, between Team Mallais and Team Quillian, both from the Curl Moncton facility in Moncton, New Brunswick. As we get started here, I'd like to highlight our sponsors for this event, our very valuable sponsors. Our presenting sponsors for the men's division, we have Steel Subaru, and for the women's division, Neon Train. We have some partner sponsors as well, the Curling Store, Crombie Wright, Scotia Square, the Murphy Hospitality Group, and the PEI Brewing Company. And our supporting sponsors, we have the Stanhope Simpson Insurance and Stu Sells Realty. Thank you to all their contributions. You know, none of these events could take place without their support, so we greatly appreciate the value we have in our sponsorship. As we start the second end, first rock was brought into the rings by Kate Vandenborre. And similar to the first end, Team Mallais has elected to hit the stone, hit and stick. Both these teams have the exact same schedule to date. They both have been in two different tournaments. This is their third event of the year. Both teams played in the Lady Monctonian, and which was in Moncton about 2 to 3 weeks ago. And they both played last weekend at the Dave Jones Casperell here at the Mayflower Curling Club in Halifax. Sylvie's team has gotten off to a great start. They took home the gold medal at the Lady Monctonian, and then had a quarterfinal finish over at the Dave Jones Spiel last weekend, so they're looking to continue their hot play so far. And Sarah's team had a great start at the Lady Monctonian. They finished third. They took home the bronze medal, so great start for them as well. So both teams are still comfortable, just keeping it clean, just exchanging stones at this point. For any of our listeners that are in the area and would like to watch any of these games live, we're at the Halifax Curling Club in the south end of Halifax at 948 South Bland Street. Feel free to come on down. Admission is free, lots of activities going on, and watching the curling live is great. Bring the kids, lots of different things to do as well. So look forward to seeing everybody down here if possible.
It hangs forever there. My first one, I almost, yeah.
So Taylor Stevens executes perfectly, hit and stick. And Sarah Mallais and her team is looking to duplicate that shot as Amanda England delivers. Sweepers are saying it's a little warm. Now Heather McPhee has been asked to try to create some curl that rock so they can hit and stick. They made contact, but they could not keep their shooter into the rings. Team Quillian has opted to throw their draw into the house as opposed to throwing a guard. So that rock just had a little more speed than they were looking for, so it went through the rings. And Sarah Mallais is calling it a draw into the rings as well, instead of throwing up a corner guard. So both teams are very comfortable with just keeping this end very clean. Yeah, great sweep by the friend out of Team Mallais, getting that into the rings. Well executed, good weight control.
Good weight. It was good weight. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The ice here at the Halifax Curling Club under Adam McCarrigan's guidance is excellent quality ice. Lots of curl. We're looking at 5 feet of curl. So lots of opportunities to execute some very precise shots.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
They sweep this one right out of her hands, so she must have been possibly a little bit tight, but great job by Heather McPhee to hold that and remove the stone and roll right to the button.
Yeah.
And a half.
Perfectly swept by Erin Carmody, nose hit.
Thanks. So probably a 9.5 if we want to roll then. Let's go for the roll.
So Sarah's indicated that she's looking to play the hit and roll to the side of the house. Change the location of the of her shot rocket by the end of it.
Curl.
Atta girl, nice throw.
Great management of the rock by the team.
9.5 out here. It runs pretty straight. Out here, I like 9.5. 9.5 here.
So as you hear the team talk about a time 9.5, what that means is that's the amount of time in seconds between the hog line, the near hog line where they release the rock, to the far hog line as it cross. That's the speed of the rock. It'll take 9.5 seconds to travel that distance. And then 9.5 equates to generally what some people would call a normal takeout weight.
Sylvie.
Well executed by Team Quillian on her final shot. Now Sarah will be looking to play the hit and roll away to blank the end to maintain hammer going into the third end.
Are you throwing a 9? Maybe a touch more.
As the final stone comes down the sheet,
Hard.
they've asked Heather McPhee to really brush it.
Okay, that's
That one over curled, and they didn't get the result they were looking for, but they did remove the stone and stuck. So red scores 1 here in the second end. So after 2 ends, it's 1-0 for Team Mallais.
Curled up a touch at the end there.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, "I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family." Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Welcome back to the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Curling Classic here at the Halifax Curling Club in beautiful Nova Scotia.
Straight up, right?
So Team Mallais scored 1 in the bottom, or in the second end. So they have the 1-0 lead. This will be the first end that Team Quillian will have the hammer. So we'll see how they strategize their plan with hammer.
I know. Okay.
Heather McPhee starts his third end off. I did not see the call, whether it was a guard or into the rings. And now we have our answer. The call was into the rings. A little heavier than they like. They like to keep that in front of the tee line. That has gone a little too deep. Because of that result, Sylvie Quillian is going to call for a corner guard. It's just trying to decide which side to go towards.
So an 8-5-9 then.
It's Kate's first throw here in the third end. I had the privilege of coaching Kate last year, playing for a team here in Nova Scotia, and I couldn't I couldn't speak highly enough of what a great lead she is, what a great teammate she is. No matter what team she's on, she makes it that much better. So.
Just make sure we're looking at it.
It's not.
Corner guard put up in the right spot. Team Mallais is going to play a center guard because they cannot remove the yellow stone that's on the corner guard, not at this point with the 5 rock rule.
Okay.
Do believe you heard they say that it is a little warm, so this one might be coming into the rings. And this is also going
Sorry, guys. That's way up.
behind the tee line,
Sorry.
right down to its red one.
Real quick there now. Yeah.
So Sylvie's just called for a nose hit, possibly removing both red stones.
Yeah. Okay, it might be now. Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, guys. So we're thinking it's a 9 now then?
And the double was made and rolled over to the
A 9 now?
right side of the sheet as you see it on the screen.
Okay. All right.
And Sarah elects to remove it.
Yeah.
She's called the intern takeout for Amanda.
Quiet!
Yep. Hard.
Shot was made by Amanda with the help of her sweepers. And Team Quillian, they're going to look for, they're looking to remove that rock as well, but try to take advantage of their corner guard and roll underneath to be hidden by that corner guard. Oh, they hit the rock and they just misjudged the amount of curl, and it just rolled out of the rings.
As long as that's out, I assume. Top 8, yeah.
So now Team Mallais is looking to use this to this corner guard to their advantage and draw around
On
themselves.
this side, yeah. I think so.
You know, just to update some scores throughout this draw on sheet 4 between Team Shu and Team Purcell. The first 2 ends are blank, so no score after 2 ends there. On sheet 2 between Sheet Ardeel and Sheet Jong. Team Jong took 1 in the first and 1 in the second, so they're up 2. They're up 2-0 after 2 ends. And in that come around, Team Mallais just rubbed the corner guard, but did have enough speed to roll into the rings. And Team Quillian will look to do the same as their last shot, hit and roll behind the corner guard.
Probably would have been at least T.
Oh yeah, that was solid T. Look.
Yeah.
Keeping it clean. Now Sylvie is called for the sweep. And as you can see, it ended as a nose hit.
Do you want to try for the roll or just nose?
On
I
sheet
think you go my way. It's good.
on sheet 1 between Team McKett and Driscoll and Team Black. Team Black scored 1 in the first, and Team McKett and Driscoll countered with a deuce in the second. So Team McKett and Driscoll is up 2-1 after 2 ends.
Go, 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 go. Set.
So great attempt by Team Mallais to play the hit and roll behind the corner guard. They get very close to having it fully buried. I'm right behind the sheet here, and it looks like it's just edge on edge. So Team Quillian can see the entire rock, and they're probably looking just to play a nose hit here. Looking at that broom, probably just a lighter weight, like a hack weight or a board weight. They called sweep right out of her hand.
Whoa! Whoa! Off!
Great job by Kate Vandenborg to hold that rock straight. Jocelyn Adams has been asked to do to repeat that throw that Aaron Carmody made.
9-2. 9-5.
Yeah. Good 9-5. Fire another.
So that rock didn't curl up as much as they were hoping to, so she hit the stones but rolled out. Now this gives Team Quillian the opportunity to use their corner guard and just draw around. Both sweepers are working hard to get it by the guard and hopefully have enough distance to get into the rings.
Do it.
And in the end, just hung on long enough to hang into the onto the edge of the house.
Yeah, I went sideways. I needed more room. I was like, oh dear. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're on the back one, so you can't hurt
Looking
us.
behind the hack here, looks like they have over half of that yellow stone. Possibly thinking about doing a takeout here.
Yeah, I know.
So the options they're looking at is playing the takeout here, trying to get rid of the yellow stone. She'd be rolling away as well, and that would.
They're just going to sneak another one if we don't do it.
But they have opted to come around themselves, as you heard the team talk about. If they don't come around, if they make the hit, Team Quillian will just be drawing around again anyways.
And they're just going to make it better.
Well, yeah, and it's
Right?
across the face.
Yeah.
Good call by Team Sarah Mallais.
Want, Heather?
Good discussion with
Think
the
we can
teammates.
55?
Okay, we got to make sure we're buried.
Yeah. We're hot right now. Back 8, back 12. Potentially through.
Sweepers are saying it's heavy right now.
We're through. Yeah.
And that rock did slide all the way through. Now this is a great opportunity for Team Quillian to put a second rock behind there and score multiple points this end.
I think with 85, come down to the back.
What? Yeah, I was thinking like even like 15 maybe even. Yeah. Felt like I was kind of throwing a card. Okay.
Where's perfect, like just above T?
Yeah, just above T. Like half open would be like ideal. Ooh, I set it out.
This is the first skip stones for Sylvie Quillian. So far the brushers haven't touched the rock. They're calling for back 8, so it's a little bit warmer than they'd like. And because of the extra weight, it's not curling as much as they'd like. And this rock does end up a little heavier, goes right through the back of the house. So this gives Sarah a second opportunity to make her last rock at the end better, putting it behind the corner guard and forcing Team Quillian for a shot for one.
90 now. There's a couple rocks down the path, so
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
yeah.
It was almost a 14 on that.
Yeah. We could probably even get a 9.5 there. Oh, sorry. Keep an eye. Saw something there. Wait, closer. We're still a touch hot. Wait only. Back 8. Where?
They're still saying it's a little warmer. Calling for back 8 at this point. They do have the sweep on to try to get some curl. But the brushers were correct in their assessment. The rock was warm and it did go through the rings. So this leaves an open draw for 2 points for Team Quillian. All they have to do is hit any part of the paint of the house.
Do you like this path or you want the same path? I think it's probably close to the same speed.
Good discussion with the front end on the path and the speed of the rock, or the speed of the ice for her rock to go down. So they've come to a conclusion how fast it is, and that this path will be very similar to her last throw. So front end is calling 3-4. 3 is a tight guard. 4 is top 12 foot, so they are putting the brooms to it, trying to sweep it as far as they can.
Good
And
speed.
great job by the front end. Boy, they got a lot further than 3 and 4. They got it right to the tee line. So 2 points for Team Quillian after the in the third end. So we have a score of 2-1 after 3. Team Quillian leading. We'll take a short break and be right back after the short message.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
Welcome back to the Halifax Curling Club for the Stu Sales 1824 Halifax Curling Classic here at the here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. As we are in draw 3, we are starting the fourth end of our feature match between 2 New Brunswick teams from Curl Moncton, Team Sarah Mallais versus Team Sylvie Quillian. Team Quillian just scored a multiple, 2 points in the last end to take the lead, and here comes Kate Vandenborre with the first rock of the fourth end. Call was for the rock to go to the top 4 foot. Sweepers did a great job of judging that, and that's exactly where it went. Sarah's called for the hit and the roll to the side of the house. Here comes Heather McPhee with her first throw.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard line. Hard, 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 hard. Hard, hard, hard.
That rock over curled for Heather, but sweepers were able to hold it, so they still made contact with the Yellowstone and push it out of the rings, but they did roll out. Sylvie's looking for Kate to replace that rock onto the top of the 4 foot. This rock's a little heavier than they like. It's sliding all the way to the back 8 foot. This might change Sarah's play call, and that there she goes, asking for the corner guard. In this case, it's a delayed corner guard theory.
Good judge. Just add a bit more at the end.
If Heather's successful in putting up the corner guard, it's still considered in the free guard zone for the 5 rock rule, so Team Quillian would not be able to remove it right away.
Just halfway.
Sweepers are saying it's just halfway, so that's halfway between the hog line and the house, so halfway guard. slid a little further than they thought, but still the corner guard is up and very usable. And now, because Sylvie's team cannot remove that stone, they are going to counter with the center guard. Front end is saying the weight is very good. Just have to look at the line as it slides and stops just short of the rings for the center guard. Now Sarah and her team are going to look at taking advantage of the corner guard they just put up and call for a draw behind that. So Amanda's rock just ends up at the back 12 foot. It is exposed. It didn't curl enough to hide behind the corner guard, so Team Quillian is looking to remove it and roll towards the center line. Taylor was successful in removing the stone, but they rolled underneath the corner guard. They would prefer to roll towards the open side, towards the center line. Sarah originally called the freeze on the yellow stone that's behind their corner guard and behind the T line, but they've changed their call now and is playing a hit and roll off the center line guard. Well executed shot by Amanda. Took off the scanner, rolled onto the rings.
That's fine. That's good. You rolled on, so that's good.
And Sylvie's looking just to remove that stone. This is Erin Carmody's first rock of the end. Throwing the third stones today. She normally throws second stones, but with Jennifer Armstrong away for the weekend on her quest to qualify for the Canadian mixed doubles Olympic curling trials. Her and her partner Tyrell Griffith is in Abbotsford right now, playing in the event to qualify them. Now with no center guard out front, Sarah and her team are looking to play a draw around the corner guard.
Okay, we're there right now. Where? It's gonna be me. She's full. We're back 8. Back. No. Back.
just a bit heavy with her weight, rubbed off the yellow rock. You'll find that on this ice here, weight control is so important. Just that little bit of extra weight, and you do lose a fair amount of curl in relation to what the shot was called. So Sylvie's asking Erin and her team to remove this red one and roll towards the center line. She does remove it, does roll out, which is a very acceptable outcome. She didn't. The only thing she didn't want to do there is nose hit, because that would have created a wall for Team Mallais red rocks to just come down and freeze right to it, and you wouldn't be able to remove it. She still has that same shot here, but now it's only to the one rock as opposed to two if she would have nose hit.
No, it's not. We're close. Stop it, T! T!
Sweepers like the weight in this rock much better than the last throw.
T back 8! Okay. Back 4.
Are you two? No bump, no bump, no bump.
It does come down to the yellow rock, taps it back, but it's in a great position behind the corner guard with the right angle with some coverage. It is not shot rock, it is second shot. So Sylvie's on her first rock here is going to come down and freeze to the red stone that was just delivered. Sweepers like the weight call here as it comes down. She comes down, taps the red one back a little bit, but rolls over into the open. But they are lying two yellow stones right now for Team Quillian. So Jocelyn and Sarah are discussing what they want to do here. They're looking to play a tap back on the yellow stone that Sylvie just threw and roll on top of her red underneath the to be hidden by the corner guard. They called for sweep right out of her hands. She must have been a little bit tight.
Go hard, all the way. Ah.
And slightly over curled. She did touch the yellow but did not remove it. So that leaves yellow still counting two stones. This is Sylvie Quillian's last rock of this end. She's looking to put a top 8 foot right on the center line. Top 8 foot would be perfect. It'll make the draw a little bit difficult, a little more difficult for Sarah in her last one. If she puts in the right spot, a nose hit would not give her shot rock, so she'd probably be looking to having to make the draw. It is important for Sylvie Stone to come in here to lie third shot. If for some reason she is heavy or light, there is a possible double on the 2 yellows to score 3 for Team Mallais. So this is not an easy shot by any means. It has to be in the right spot. Okay, so it came a little deeper than they would like to have, but it's still, so yellow is still counting 3. It did end in a good spot that there is no triple knockout there, a triple takeout, sorry, for Team Mallais to, Team Mallais to count in a multiple point end. So Sarah's just looking to play a nose hit here for her 1 point to tie the game. Heather McPhee on this rock early, sweeping it, trying to keep it straight. And she does a great job as Sarah and her team have hit and stuck for 1 point to tie this game at 2 apiece after 4 ends. We'll be right back after this short break.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family. Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
And we're back here at the Halifax Curling Club for the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Curling Classic. After the halfway point here in our feature match between Team Sarah Mallais and Team Sylvie Quillian, both from New Brunswick, both from the Curl Moncton facility, it is all tied at 2 apiece. Heather McPhee, the lead for Team Mallais, will be throwing the first stone to start off the second half. We'd like to thank the sponsor for the women's event as we watch the draw number 3 in the first game for these for the teams here in Pool B. Sponsor for this for the women's event is Neon Train, our presenting sponsor. Other sponsors for the event this week is the Curling Store, Crombie Wright, Scotia Square, the Murphy Hospitality Group, and the PEI Brewing Company, along with our supporting sponsors, Stanhope Simpson Insurance and Stu Sells Realty. So a little change in the pace for the second half as Sarah has asked for a center guard and was successful, and it is on the center line, so they cannot play the tick shot. And Sylvie's counter move is to draw right around that to the top 8 foot, top 4 foot. That one came up a little bit lighter than they'd like to, over curled. It did rub the center line guard that was on the red guard that was on the center line, and because they moved it off the center line, That rock does get removed back to the original spot, the red rock, and the yellow rock does come out of play. So now Heather's going to look to do what Kate Vandenberg tried to do and come around her center guard to the top 4 foot. Great sweeping by the front. Great sweeping by Team Mallais sweepers there. They did squeak it by the guard, and it did touch the top of the 12 foot, so they just got it into the rings. Still plenty of room for Team Quillian to place their yellow stone behind those 2 red rocks, which Sylvie has asked Kate to do. And Kate's rock just came up a little shorter than they wanted to. Stayed as just came short of the ring, so now it's another guard up there for both teams.
It is the quick spot. Yep.
That is.
I think you need a 9-5.
3 rocks in a row. No, they came up a little lighter than they were expecting, so I'm not sure if it's a path in the ice, something a fresh pass that they haven't played on yet. So Sarah's come with the other turn, coming along the other side of the ice to come around those center guards. Great sweeping by McPhee and Adams Moss here to get that all the way to the top of the 4 foot. Right behind the center guards. And now Sylvie Quillian's calling for some takeout weight to kind of clean the front up. Being tied with hammer, it is important if they can score at this end. If not, try to get a blank end out of it. And the rocks were rearranged, but not a lot of difference. There's still 1 red rock at the top of the 4 foot. As she tried the run back, and there's a double jam. So Sarah's asking Amanda here. Sarah's asking Amanda to take advantage of that little bit of a break and put a second rock into the top of the house behind the behind all the center guards.
Quite a bit less.
Great sweep again. Great sweep again from the from Heather McPhee and Jocelyn Adams Moss to get that rock right behind the corner guard. Great angles on her own rock as well. Sylvie had the only option for Sylvie is try to play some big takeout weight and try to clean up, get rid of some of these rocks to open up some opportunities for have a chance to score one.
Yeah, you threw quite a bit less. So it's a good throw. Light was pro there for sure. Good sweep spot.
Spencer and I found that Dollarama one. Kate Brett.
So a little unfortunate with that one as they tried to clean up. She got rid of one guard. She did jam it into another guard. So really hasn't changed a lot of the situation. Team Mallais is in a great position here for a steal, if not a force of one for Team Quillian. So they're electing to throw another guard up there. Their rocks are in great position. No need to add any more into the house at this point.
Like, yeah, you're gonna have to like turn your cameras just to the side and do what you're doing, but instead of front on, it'll make people to the side. Yeah, they're wanting you to film the pool. Yeah, if you want to get like a camera set.
Well, that's a little deeper than they wanted to do, but you know, great communication between the front end, what the weight of the rock was, and they were able to manipulate that rock to something of their advantage. They did come around the center guards. So red is now lying 3, all in front of the rings, or sorry, are in front of the tee line. But a good run back here called by Sylvie Quillian for Erin Carmody. If she makes this, hits this in the right spot, 2 reds should be gone and the yellow one should stay in the rings as well. So good opportunity for Team Quillian to get out of the situation that they're in right now. You know, they're looking for the run back into the red rocks, but you know what, they didn't get that, but they did have a great plan B where they took off all the guards. So now all the red rocks are exposed. Sarah has asked Jocelyn to replace the center guard.
No, I don't mind you double peeling at all. I don't mind you double peeling at all. This is great. Halfway tight! Tight! Tight, Pac 12! You're gonna have to spin it.
So the sweeper's saying this is a little heavier than like. It's a tight guard, possibly top 12. And they're sweeping it all the way into the top 8 foot. They're not going to be happy with that outcome. This is going to make this is going to give Team Quillian an opportunity to get rid of a bunch of the red rocks and give them an opportunity to score a single point this end.
Cherries. Can't get a guard, but we got a lot of cherries. Our sheet, one side's really good.
It'll be tricky, but it is.
Yep. Close. Close. Yep.
Once you are good to go.
Yep, you got it. Yep.
Great shot by Erin. She got rid of 2 rocks. Has opened up an area for her to score a point if need be. This is Sarah's first skip stone here in the 5th end.
It was nice to capitalize on that chance.
She's looking to draw around the 2 rocks at the top 12 foot into the 4 foot button area.
So like a 90,
I think we had 9-5.
95.
Even a 4 could probably get it there.
Okay, make sure we tack these.
Yep, let's do it.
Oh no.
Well then, we're there on our own right now. Where? Back 12.
Weight is more than they were looking for. So much so that it goes right through the rings.
I thought it was like Cheeto branded. Like, yeah, like a mix.
So Sylvie and Taylor are talking about how to execute this next shot. They're looking to play takeout on their own yellow, which is partially almost frozen to the red stone, and then roll over to the open side to have two yellow stones in the rings. Most likely, red will still be shot rock, but Team Mallais will have to be very careful on how they execute their last stone, so as not to give up a multiple point end. They're off and on with the sweeps. That means it must be fairly close. Shot was very well executed. They got rid of one of the reds and kept both yellows into the rings. As expected, red is still shot rock. They would have liked to have had her Sylvie's shooter stone to roll more over more to the side so that the red rock would be exposed.
Double and roll, even if we just punch it over. That's what they're calling, but even if you hit and roll and punch it over is not bad either. Or the hit and flop on top. Yeah.
They have talked about possibly making the double or rolling over and pushing the yellow one over, but right now that yellow rock is in a great position for Team Mallais. It is covering their shot stone. So in order for Team Quillian to access that their red rock, she would have to play on her own yellow stone.
Do you like the little hit roll? I just worry it sets up a double.
Pardon me?
So do you like the little hit and roll, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to hit and flop on top of the...
Well, you're kind of almost behind it.
Oh, are
It's
we?
very,
Yeah, it's just a little
it's
bit.
very close
Okay,
to. It's very close if Sarah's last stone plays a nose hitter on the rock here on the center line, she may be lying 1 and 2.
That should be close.
Touch more.
But it looks like they are looking to try to get a roll underneath.
Hard. Hard, Heather. Hard, Heather. Hard. Okay.
She did overcurl from what she asked for, but I think she got a very good result. She hit and rolled a little bit towards the center line side, but I do believe she rolled in enough to lie first shot and second shot. And this is going to force Sylvie to have a draw to the 4-foot for 1 point. So Sylvie's just confirming with her front end what the draw weight is for this path. Now that she's got the information, here she delivers her final stone here in the 5th end. It is a draw for 1. If she's successful, needs to hit the 4-foot. Front end is calling 7-8, which is T-line back 4, so that's acceptable weight. So she didn't quite curl enough, rubbed on her own yellow, but it did push the yellow ones in closer than the second shot red stone. So it is a steal of 1 for Team Mallais. So after 5 ends, it is 3-2 Team Mallais over Team Quillian. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back right after this.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family. Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Welcome back to our feature game here on sheet 8 at the Halifax Curling Club. As we start end number 6, score is 3-2 for Team Mallais over Team Quillian, as she just stole a point here in the 5th end. So Team Quillian with hammer looking to score a multiple point here in the 6th end. Just to update some of the other matches here on sheet 4 between Team Shu out of Newfoundland and Labrador and Team Purcell is all tied up at 1-1 after 5 ends. Sheet 2 was a little bit of a lopsided game. That game has already ended after 4 ends. Team Jong from South Korea was a 7-0 winner over Team Ardeel here from Halifax. And on sheet 1, Team Black in the 4th end stole 1 point, so they have regained the lead, up 3-2 after 4 ends.
Joss, do you want to hold?
So Team Mallais starts the 6th end with a tight center guard, and Sylvie and her team have countered with a corner guard, so we're looking for a very offensive end, the way they've called the first 2 stones at this point. Sarah's calling for a draw. Heather's second rock here to come around the center guard she just put up to the top 4-foot.
Hard. Yep. Hard, Joss. Finish it, Joss. Finish it. Hard. Hard. You got it. Hard, 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 hard. Hard, 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 hard. Good sweep.
Great job by the sweepers to get it there. It was a little out further than they wanted to, so they had to wait for the curl, and so they had to sacrifice some of the weight as well.
She was,
But they did get partially buried behind the center guard.
away.
At this point, Sylvie's going to ignore those stones right now and ask Kate to put her second stone behind the guard that she threw up. Well, that rock came up a little lighter than they wanted to and over curled. I'm not sure if it hit a spot. The sweepers did not react down the line, like it was light, so may have hit a fresh path of ice that didn't see a lot of action, and it came to a halt a little quicker. Nevertheless, it's a rock they can still use. And now Team Mallais is asking their second, Amanda England, to come around the center guard with the out turn or the counterclockwise rotation to the top forefoot.
Coming down and touch, Stu. T back 4. Needs to finish. T back 4. Back 4. Whoa. Little bit. Sorry, Sylvie. That'll go.
Way was bang on, didn't quite curl as much as they'd like to, but still very good. Still probably got about half or a good third of a rock underneath the center guard. But now that 5 rocks have been played, Team Quillian can play a hit on the guard that's on the center line. She's looking to run that into her other red rock that's on the top 12 foot and try to remove a couple of stones and open up the front of the house. Taylor Stevens playing second stone today for Team Quillian as she replaces Jennifer Armstrong, who is competing in the Canadian mixed doubles qualifier in Abbotsford, BC. Looking to book her ticket to the Canadian mixed doubles Olympic curling trials, which will be held here at in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Dates are end of December and into November over the New Year's, and into the beginning of January, not November. End of December to beginning of January. And that will be the event that's going to decide who the Canadian, who will wear the maple leaf at the Olympics in Italy.
Okay. Easy.
2, 3. 2.
Over curling.
Coming down. Just a 2.
Sit.
So Taylor is very successful in making making 2 red rocks disappear and rolling over for another corner guard. Team Mallais had called for a center guard to protect the red stone, but it's slightly over curled. So Sylvie's going to take advantage of this and play a little lightweight takeout and try to remove the red stone and roll behind her corner guards over on the right hand of the sheet as you see it. Perfectly executed by the team.
Nice shots, Taylor. Do you think we can get there? Do you think you can get there? Or do you want to run something?
So Team Mallais is looking at her options here. Can they draw to it? Should they run one back? I'm right behind the sheet where they're coming down, and yes, there is a hole between the red center guard and the yellow corner guard. But with the amount of curl that this sheet has, that the ice conditions here have, I'm not quite sure that is there. But I'd love to be proven wrong.
Top 8. Top 8, team. Team.
Yes. Hard line.
Just line.
Hard line.
To it with the bump.
Hard.
To it with the bump.
This rock looks like it's over curling right now.
To it. Just
Hard
to
line.
it. Okay.
Weight was a little lighter than they wanted it. Did over curl, bump it. No harm, no foul. Didn't push another yellow stone into the rings.
The weight was perfect.
So Sylvie's looking to take advantage of the of the slight mistake that Team Mallais made on their last stone. She's going to take advantage of the center guard and ask Erin Carmody to play a draw to the top 4 foot right behind it to lie 2 after this shot is completed, to lie 2 rocks in the rings. So Kate, the lead, is saying it's 8-9, so that's behind the tee line. So seeing how it's behind but not going through, they've asked Kate to bring it back as far as they can, which they have. So it goes to the back 8 foot. It is still, yellow is still counting 2 rocks, but this does give Team Mallais an opportunity to get out of the end with a great shot. Different teams have different communication systems to relay to whoever's holding the broom as to how fast the rock is. They use a system called a number system, like from 1 to 11. So in reference, when you hear a 7, that is T line. If you hear a 3, that is a tight guard. So 1, 2, 3 is your high, middle, and tight guards. 4, 5, 6 is top 4, top 8, top 12 is 4, top 8 is 5, top 4 is 6, T line is 7, and then as you go back to the rings, the numbers increase to 8, 9, 10, and then 11 is just through. So that's a numbering system that has been used for quite a few years that Team Quillian has implemented in their communication process.
I think the freeze is kind of tricky, like either it's the hit or the draw. I don't like the draw.
Looks like Team Mallais has called for a hit and stick with bumper weight. As the third for Team Mallais, Jocelyn Adams-Moss delivers her stone. They have asked for Heather McPhee to make this rock curl with the carving.
It was a 10.
They do make contact with the yellow stone, but they do roll out. So this gives Team Quillian an opportunity to make the draw better than their last one. So Erin's looking to improve on her shot from her last one to the top 4 foot, top 8 foot. So they are saying 7-8 again, so that's T-line back 4 foot. Hence, they're not sweeping it because it's a little heavier than they would like. Great weight call by the front end. That's exactly what it was, 7-8. It did over curl and into the open. So Team Mallais has elected to play the in-turn draw freeze. You know, the option is to play the out-turn hit. Once Sarah got down to the hack, I think she could see that this yellow rock is exposed. So now they're really thinking about the call that was made. In the end, after discussion, they're continuing with their original call, just playing a intern clockwise freeze to the yellow rock that's just behind the button.
Wait's close. Wait's close right now. We're 2-1 right now. I had an 85. Where's it right now? 2-1 with the bump. Coming down. Coming down. Hard. Coming down. Hard. You gotta go for line. Go for line. Go for line. That a girl.
Great shot by Team Mallais, putting it perfectly right down
That a girl. Nice throw.
to the yellow
I'm
stone.
87. Perfect throw.
That too did over curl from the center line guard, so it is exposed here on the right hand side. And the separation between the red stone and the yellow stone does give Sylvie an opportunity to play a hit and roll. She would lose her back yellow, but she can also get rid of the red one at the same time. And roll behind the corner guard, so you could still lie two after this fully buried.
It's lucky that I was there. I like, it was a crazy day. I was doing a Preston tour, training Spencer. I got a call from my parents that my dog was being put down. So I had to leave there. Yeah, it happened. I went from there. Football.
As Sylvie gets ready to deliver her first skip stone here in the sixth end.
Planning on just kind of like overseas, but then I had to, we were like switch the shows. Yeah, it was a long 14-hour day.
Keeping it clean. Now they ask for the sweep. On and off. That must mean it's really close.
Nice shot, Sylvia.
And great shot as she gets rid of the yellow end, or gets rid of the red rock, rolls behind the corner guard to lie two fully buried. This is going to force Sarah's hand to make a perfect draw around the center guard.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were like perfectly frozen or what. I was in anywhere high side.
Is that where I had ice on my last one? A little bit more?
If anything, we need to be open
Little
on this
bit
side
more.
so we can force the cram, right?
Yeah, so great shot by Sylvie Quillian and team making that perfect hit and roll and getting rid of a couple of rocks that were in the forefoot. No access to these yellow stones for Team Mallais, so they're forced to play the intern clockwise draw around their center guard to the top forefoot for shot rock, and then see if Sylvie has can counter that for either one or a multiple point score afterwards.
Touch left!
So way was a touch less out of the.
Just line! Just line!
Sweepers like the weight. They're just telling
Pretty good, Shelby!
telling Jocelyn calling the line to just took the line.
Yeah. Okay. It's a tough hole. Good weight. Great weight.
So great weight shot. She did. She was successful in getting shot rock to make Sylvie have a more difficult shot for her multiple points. that rock really over curled compared to where the center guard is. So Sylvie's looking to throw the same in turn. Try to hit and stick for 3. The hole between the two red rocks is, there is enough room for it to get through, but they have to be very precise. Lots of rotation on this rock that could help her as they try to get this rock to curl just a little bit. Oh, didn't quite get it enough. She did hit the red guard, but her shooter did go into a pile of yellow guards and rejuggled and raised one of her own stones into the 4-foot. So a very fortunate break for Team Quillian, as they score 1 point here in the 6th end. So scores all tied 3-3 after 6 going into the next end of the 7th end. So we're going to take a short break and we'll be back right after this.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
And we're back here at the Stu Sales 1824 Halifax Curling Classic at the Halifax Curling Club as we start the 7th end of our feature match between Team Sarah Mallais and Team Sylvie Quillian, both from the Curl Moncton Club in Moncton, New Brunswick. As we just saw, Sylvie Quillian just had a fortunate break to score her 1 point to tie the game up at 3 as we start the ever-important 7th end. At this point, I'd like to thank our sponsors once again for their very valuable contribution to our sport. Our presenting sponsors, title sponsor for the men's Spiel Steel Subaru, and our sponsor for the women's event, the Neon Train. Also, our other partner sponsors that we have are the Curling Store, Crombie Wright, Scotia Square, the Murphy Hospitality Group, and the PEI Brewing Company. And finally, our supporting sponsors, Stanhope Simpson Insurance and Stu Sells Realty. First rock goes up as a center guard as expected, perfectly thrown and placed there by Team Quillian. And Sarah has asked her team to place their first stone in this end, top 8 foot, right behind the center guard. As we update scores on in this draw on sheet 4 between Team Shu and Team Purcell. Team Purcell was forced to 1 in the 6th end, so they have a 2-1 lead after 6, playing the 7. And on sheet 1 between Team Maquette and Driscoll and Team Black stole another point in the 5th end, so they now lead 4-2 after 5. So good placement for Heather McPhee's first red rock. Top of the button behind the center guard. Kate Vandenborre looking to follow it down and just freeze right to that red stone. A little more weight than we'd like, didn't curl enough, and ends up back 12 foot. You know, Heather's going to try and mimic her first shot. Just come right down, Ideally, just a little bit shorter. Top 8 foot would be perfect right behind the center guard.
Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Very execution by Heather on her 2 shots this end.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
So Sylvie was first looking at possibly running her own yellow center line guard back. Has changed her mind and opted to play a freeze to the Redstones. With the 5 rock rule, you are allowed to play a hit on your own rocks in the 5 rock rule, which that is their own rocks. If that was an opposition's rock, they wouldn't be allowed to remove it from play. Weight was pretty good for the shot that was called. Just over curled and did rub the center guard, leaving their rock up in the near the top of the house on the 4 foot line.
We need to tuck a piece for sure. Yeah, we need to tuck a piece for sure.
For this.
Sarah does have hammer. Now that the 5 rocks have been thrown, she can play hits on the front ones if she wants to. That's the discussion. Do we play a hit and roll off of one of the guards, or do we come in, bring another rock into the rings? And they have opted to do that.
Yep. Ready?
Gotta curl.
Do it.
Really gotta curl.
Down the back. Okay, do it. We're down.
Yep.
So Amanda's shot, draw shot, just snuggles up next to her her other red rock.
There's 5 left, so we broke up.
If I was like a little hit and roll, but
Sylvia's looking at possibly running her yellow rock right back into the pile. I believe she has just called for a straight peel just to open it up so she can possibly have access to those red rocks to remove some of those in her next shot. This rock is curling early, so they may be actually calling the audible and doing the run back. And what a great shot. Only 1 rock was removed, but she has the rock that she ran back has stayed on the edge of the 4 foot behind her corner guard. 4-second stone.
Yeah.
And has moved one of the red rocks back to the edge of the 12 foot. So that's what counting as the 4 shot stone.
Like a 10?
So Amanda's been asked to play a hit and roll off this corner guard. They called for the sweep early too, so it looks like this rock is curling more than they expected.
I swear to
It does get to the nose, runs back the red one, or sorry, runs back the yellow corner guard onto the other yellow rock, but that rock just rolls into the full 4 foot behind cover. Very unfortunate result from the call. So now that the look of the rings has changed for Team Yellow, they're now going a little bit more on the offensive. They have shot rock at the back of the 4 foot with basically a couple of guards. So she's just asking Erin to play the draw around the center line guard. If the weight's right, freeze onto her own yellow stone to lie 2. If not, just freezing to that red corner freeze to the red one will help protect her her shot rock just behind it. Now, Erin's rock under curled, so she did hit the corner guard, pushed it into the rings, but she did stay as a guard along near the center line, so so that's going to help out that situation for them. There's been a few draws now that have under curled and hit guards that they weren't expecting, so I'm curious if the ice has changed or if they're if the broom's in the wrong spot. So now Jocelyn's been asked to play a hit on her own red rock onto the yellow shot rock. She can see a good 3/4 of this stone. Sweeper said she threw more weight than there was asked for. Now they've asked Heather McPhee to try to carve this rock to get some curl into it. And she just hit it a little too thin. Her red rock goes over top of the yellow stone, and her shooter rolls out as well. So now Sylvie's going to ask Erin Carmody to play a come around, put it into the top of the 8 foot, top of the 4 foot, right behind the center guard. Sweepers are working hard trying to get it past this guard. They have been successful. This rock ends up just top 4 foot short of the button. Great sweep by the front end. So now Sarah is asking Jocelyn to clear out some yellow guards in the front to open it up, so hopefully that she'll have a shot for at least one. Come the end of the end.
Hard. Hard.
And perfectly done. Both guards removed, her shooter removed, and now the house is wide open. So Sylvie's team is lying first and second stone. She has the option, does she want to put on the pressure for a steal this end or force Team Mallais to 1? So she's opted to play a hit on third shot rock. If she's successful and stays, she'll be lying 4, but the front of the house will be wide open for Team Mallais to play a hit. So it looks like she's going to be very comfortable with forcing Team Mallais to a single point. Sylvie's rock didn't curl up as much as they liked, so she did hit it on the outside. She did punch it through the rings and outside, and she rolled away. So instead of line 4, they are line 3. And Sarah's looking to play a hit and stick, possibly a double takeout. So now they've asked Amanda to try to get some curl out of this. Must be still a little bit full. She did not curl up enough as what she wanted, so she did jam the yellow onto the yellow, rolled over to the side of the 12-foot. So Sylvie's just going to look to have a better result. Just hit and stick here on the nose to lie 3, force Team Sarah Mallais to make her final shot for 1 point. Cleaning it all the way through. I think they're very happy with the position of this stone. Perfectly executed. So Sylvie was quite happy with the way she ended this end with her final shot. So this forces Sarah Mallais to play a hit and stick on the nose on this yellow stone for 1 point. As she throws her final rock against 3 counting yellow stones. They've called for the sweep early out of her hand.
Hard, Heather.
This rock is curling more than they would like to. She over curls. She does make contact with the yellow stone and remove it, but she rolls out, and that's a steal of 2 for Team Quillian, 2 yellow stones. So steal of 2. That makes it score 5-3 for Team Quillian after 7 as we head to the break and come back for the final end. We'll be right back.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, "I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family." Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Welcome back, everybody, as we begin the 8th end here with Team Quillian stealing 2 and 7 to go up 2 points, 5-3 after the 7th end. As we start the 8th end here, quick update on sheet 1. There was Team Black stole another 2 points in the 6th end, so they are leading 6-2 as they play the 7th end against Team Maquette and Driscoll. And there's no update from sheet 4 between Team Shu and Team Purcell. They're still in the 7th end, and Team Purcell has a 2-1 lead without the hammer. So now that Team Quillian's up 2 points, they've elected to throw this rock into the rings. Looks a little warm to my liking. They'd love to keep this top 4 foot, but this is going all the way back and hoping that it sticks, but looks like it's going to go all the way through, and I'm wrong. It does stick. So Team Mallais must score 2 points to bring this game into an extra end. So they are, they're going to throw a corner guard. You're probably going to see 2 corner guards brought up in this end. As Heather delivers her first stone.
Yep, yep. Hard finish, hard finish. Yes. Hard, hard, hard. Good sweep.
Good throw by Heather. Good sweep by Amanda and Jocelyn. Great result for their first stone. Sylvie and team, they're not interested in any guards whatsoever, so they're going to put this one into a better spot into the rings. Top 4 foot ideally. Here come Kate's last stone for this 8th end. And that's perfectly placed. Well done by the team.
That.
So Sarah's initially indicated drawing around her corner guard. Not corner guard cannot be removed on the next
Or
shot
another
because of
guard.
the 5 guard zone.
Or
5
another
rock rule,
guard.
sorry. She has talked about the hit and roll. She has talked about the second corner guard. Personally, I do like a second corner guard. She's opted to put a second corner guard, but higher than the one that's already there. So double guard on the same side. You could throw another guard onto the to the opposite side, so you have one on both sides of the house. Neither is right, neither is wrong. This is the philosophy the team has.
Where?
So they're just keeping it clean. They like the weight.
Little finish. Just a touch, yeah.
Asking for just a little bit of curl at the end. Well executed by Heather. 2 great shots this end. So because of the 5 rock free guard zone, those red corner guards cannot be played upon at this point, or cannot be removed from play. They could play a tick, but it's very difficult to do that at this point. So they're going to stay on the offensive and just throw a tight guard on this rock and force Team Mallais into making some very precise shots. It's Taylor Stevens filling in for Jennifer Armstrong for this game. Now this rock did come a little deeper than they called for, but that's actually the right way to miss that shot. You wouldn't want to leave that very high as a guard and have and allow Team Mallais to use it to their advantage. So now Sarah has opted to play the hit and roll on with the yellow stone. She could draw around both corner guards if she was interested, but this is the choice that she's made.
Yes. Yes.
She's called sweep right out of the thrower's hands, so it's a little tighter than what you expected. So Amanda's shot, she did make contact with the shot stone that she was called upon, but she did roll out. And now that the enough rocks have been played, this gives Sylvie and Team Quillian the opportunity to clean the front up with the guards, being up 2. It's Taylor Stevens' final stone. Makes no mistake, perfect peel, roll away. Now Sarah has asked Amanda to play an in-turn draw around the corner guard.
Line's good. Wait only. Needs to curl.
Weight looks good. She's asked for the rock to curl, so Jocelyn has been asked to use the carving effect, directional sweeping to help curl that rock. Excellent, excellent outcome. And Sylvie's going to ask Erin Carmody this time to play a peel on the final corner guard that's up to expose the red rock that's behind it. They're sweeping hard on this one. They do get the card. Both sweepers trying to roll the shooter out, and they were a very successful, well-played shot. Sarah's quick to make the call. The broom's in the same spot, so I assume she is replacing that guard.
Where?
This is Jocelyn Adams-Moss' first rock in the eighth end. It's going a little deeper than I like, and because of the extra weight, it's probably curling a little more than they liked. And I believe, yes, that shot stone is exposed. So Team Quillian will look to play a hit and roll. Even if they roll out, wouldn't be too bad, but ideally they like to hit and roll towards the forefoot. If it happens to overcurl and hit the corner guard, that's a good plan B. The only thing they don't want to do is miss both red rocks completely. Sarah Carmody's final stone, her final stone of the eighth end. As for the hit and roll, she did make contact, but she will roll out, but that's still a very acceptable outcome.
Wait only.
Jill.
Where?
Jill.
Needs to curl.
Jill. Jill. What was the final? You stole 4?
Yep.
In 7?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
That's good.
So Jocelyn makes a perfect draw right behind her corner guard for her final rock of the eighth end. As Sylvie and Team Quillian decide what they want to do in her final rock, I'll give you an update on sheet 1 between Team Maquette and Driscoll and Team Black. Team Black stole 4 in the 7th end, so that's a 10-2 final after 7 ends. So the handshakes came up, and victory for Team Black. And also on sheet 4, Team Shoe from Newfoundland Labrador, they scored a single point in the 7th end. So that game against with Team Purcell is all tied up 2-2. So Team Purcell with the hammer coming home tied up, playing in. So Team Sylvie and Team Quillian, they have elected to play on the guard, the corner guard. Ideally, it looks like they're probably going to try a run back double, take out the shot rock in the back as well, and roll towards the house. Great shot by Sylvie Quillian. Run back, takes off the guard, takes out the shot rock behind it, and rolls towards the front of the rings. With that shot here, the best that Sarah Mallais can do and her team is to get her 2 points for the extra end. So she needs to.
Or do you like coming around? Yeah. Yeah.
So she needs to play a draw behind one of these 2 yellow stones that are in the
I guess
top
it's
of the
just
rings.
a bigger chance of jamming. What do you guys like?
So after discussion which rock to go behind, they have decided to come around the yellow corner guard that Sylvie just placed there after she played her run back hit and take out run back double. Brushers have backed off of it. She did get past the guard, but it is a little warm as Taylor Stevens tries to sweep this through the rings. It does hang on to the back of the 12-foot for a second shot, but it has over-curled the corner guard and is exposed. So all Sylvie has to do here is just remove this red rock, and the glove should come off, and that'll be a final. As Sylvie delivers her final stone here in the 8th end, trying to seal the deal. Sweepers aren't touching it. Now they've asked Aaron Carmody to keep it clean. That's a good sign. Keeping it clean. And she's successful in removing the red stone, running Team Mallais out of rocks. So that's your final. Team Quillian 5, Team Mallais 3. What a great game between these 2 New Brunswick teams. Thank you very much, and hope you keep watching. Our next draw is tonight, 6 o'clock at the Atlantic time for draw number 4. In the meantime, take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
We started Neon Train to help get small and medium-sized organizations online to transform their learning and make their programs more effective. Our team of learning experts will work with you to understand your budget, project scope, and learning goals. It's so rewarding when our clients say to us, I now have more time to focus on my business. I now have more time to put into my learners. I now have more time to spend with my family. Reach out today and start your organization's learning transformation.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series. But you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
We started